The LNP is using the first official sitting day of Parliament to rush through law changes to axe Queensland's truth-telling inquiry. State political reporter Rachel Stewart joins us now. Rach, the Parliament is sitting late tonight.
That's right, Jess. It's a new government and it's wasting no time pushing through its agenda. So much so that the state's politicians will be here to debate urgent amendments until midnight, which includes axing the state's truth-telling and healing inquiry. So this 3-year inquiry was set up by the former Labor government and it just began a few months ago. But the LNP vowed to axe it after the Voice referendum last year and says funding from the inquiry will be redirected into First Nations communities. But the LNP has been criticised for a lack of consultation. The chair found out the inquiry was being axed today via email.
They've taken many Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people for granted. They think by removing an inquiry as significant as this and perhaps offering some low-level community truth-telling is an easy substitute.
What we see from David Crisafulli is him trashing his own word. He promised respect and decency and he has given the exact opposite.
And Rachel, the government's also introduced legislation covering the Olympics.
The government is also rushing through urgent laws to set up an independent body to oversee the Brisbane Olympic and Paralympic Games for 2032. This body will be ordered to undertake a 100-day review of the major venues. But the other major focus today, Jess, was youth crime, with the LNP introducing its adult crime, adult time policy.
The Premier's first order of business, cracking down on young offenders.
These laws will serve to act as a deterrent to crime. They will serve to reduce the number of victims.
The LNP government introducing its adult crime, adult time policy to sentence juveniles as adults for some serious crimes. It would mean a young person found guilty of murder would face mandatory life imprisonment with a non-parole period of 20 years. The current maximum penalty is up to 10 years in jail, or life if it's deemed particularly heinous. Manslaughter, grievous bodily harm, serious assault, burglary and dangerous operation of a vehicle would also attract tougher maximum sentences.
Queenslanders have spoken, and today this bill is a direct response to the mandate given to us by the people of Queensland.
A society that treats its children in the same way that it treats its adults is a society that's lost its way.
Youth and legal advocates have condemned the changes for not being evidence-based. Some aspects of the legislation will also require the state's Human Rights Act to be overridden.
These laws will absolutely disproportionately impact Aboriginal children.
You can't arrest your way out of this problem. The drivers are things like domestic violence, substance abuse, mental health. They're not fixed by jailing people.
Just a week has been allocated for scrutiny of the bill before it's set to be debated and pass in Parliament in early December. While the LNP is facing criticism for moving quickly, the government argues it's wasting no time delivering its election promises.
A group representing victims of crime has welcomed the move but wants to see any law changes supported with rehabilitation.
If we can remove kids from the environments that are causing them to offend and into programs that will see them turn their lives around sooner, I think that is going to have an impact.
Rachel Stewart, ABC News, Brisbane.